Hey Tom, your birthday is coming up. Are you thinking about throwing a big party?
No, I'm actually not planning on having a party this year.
Really? Why not? It's your 30th. That's a big one.
That's exactly why I don't want to have a party, Greg. I'm not exactly thrilled about turning 30.
But why not? It's just an age.
I know, but it just feels like I'm getting old.
Oh, come on. 30 is not old. You've still got your whole life ahead of you.
I get what you're saying, man, but it just feels like a big number. Like I'm officially an adult now.
Well, you are an adult, Tom. You got a good job in a nice house. You're doing well.
Yes, but there's a lot I haven't done yet. There are so many places I want to visit, so many things I want to try.
And you can still do all those things. Turning 30 doesn't mean you can't explore and try new things.
It just feels like time is passing by so fast. I can't believe I'm going to be 30.
Trust me, I felt the same way when I turned 30. But you know what? It's not as bad as it seems.
Maybe, but I still don't want a big party.
That's fine. It's your birthday, so it's your choice. But remember, it's not about the number. It's about how you live your life.
You're right, I know. I just need to get used to the idea, I guess.
And that's okay. Take your time. And if you change your mind about the party, let me know.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Of course. We're friends. Now, let's go grab something to eat. It's on me.
As Tom's 30th birthday was getting closer, he thought more about what it really means to get older.
Hey, Tom. So, have you made peace with turning 30 yet?
Honestly, I haven't. I keep thinking about it, and it's bothering me more than I'd like to admit.
What's bothering you exactly?
I guess I had these ideas about where I'd be at this point in my life, you know? Like, I thought I'd be rich and that I'd have seen a lot more of the world by now.
I see. Well, first off, it's completely normal to set goals and to dream about your future. But sometimes life has a funny way of not sticking to our plans.
Yeah, I've noticed.
And you know, turning 30 isn't as bad as you're making it out to be. In fact, there's a lot of great things about being in your 30s.
Like what?
Well, for starters, you're more self-aware in your 30s. You've had time to understand who you are and what you want in life. Also, you're more financially stable than in your 20s.
That's true, I suppose.
And here's the best part. You're still young enough to enjoy life and old enough to have learned some valuable lessons. That means you can still achieve your dreams of traveling the world and becoming rich. You've got a whole lot of time left for that.
When you put it that way, I guess turning 30 doesn't seem so scary.
Exactly. And remember, 30 is just a number. What really counts is the experiences you've had, the lessons you've learned, and the person you're becoming.
I never thought about it that way.
And there's more. As you grow older, you tend to value the quality of your relationships more than the quantity. Your social circle might become smaller, but the friendships you maintain are often deeper and more meaningful.
That does sound nice.
It is. And besides, being 30 today isn't what it was for our parents. We're living in a world where people are getting married and starting families later, changing careers, going back to school, or even starting businesses in their 30s. Your possibilities are endless.
You've given me a lot to think about.
I'm glad to hear that. Remember, turning 30 is a celebration of your journey so far and all the exciting things yet to come. Your birthday is a day to be celebrated, not dreaded.
Thanks. I'll try to keep all of that in mind.
That's the spirit. And remember, you're only as old as you feel. Age is just a number after all.
Tom thought even more about what Greg said, and so he finally made a decision about his 30th birthday party.
Hey Greg, guess what?
What?
I've had a change of heart. I've decided I'm going to throw that 30th birthday party after all.
That's great, but I'm curious. What brought about this change? Just last week you were pretty upset about the idea of turning 30.
Yes, I was. I was stuck on the fact that I'm getting older. But then I thought to myself, why not turn this into something positive? So I decided to make a bucket list for my 30s.
A bucket list? I've heard of that, but not sure what it exactly means. Could you explain?
Of course. A bucket list is a list of all the things you want to do before you get too old. It's like a personal checklist of goals or dreams you want to achieve in your life. In my case, it's a list of adventures and achievements I plan to embark on in my 30s.
Oh, I see. That sounds like a really fun idea, and it seems like a good way to focus on the future rather than dwell on getting older. So, what sort of things are on your list?
Oh, it's quite a long list. I've included both big and small goals. For starters, I want to travel to Europe. I've always wanted to see the Eiffel Tower and the Colosseum. And then I also want to start my own business. I think it's about time I took that leap of faith.
That's a bold move.
Yes, it is. But there's more. I also want to take a road trip around Australia. I've heard so much about its diverse landscapes and unique wildlife. Plus, I want to run a marathon. I want to push my limits and see how far I can go.
Wow, those are some really impressive and adventurous goals. It sounds like you've got an exciting decade ahead of you.
Yes, that's the plan. I want to make the most of my time, Instead of being afraid of getting older, I want to embrace it and make the most of it.
I love that mindset. It's definitely inspiring. I might even consider making my own bucket list.
That's the spirit. Remember, it's not about the years in your life, but the life in your years. It's all about the experiences we make, the dreams we chase, and the goals we set for ourselves.
You're absolutely right. I've never thought about it that way. I think I'm going to start working on my bucket list tonight.
That's the enthusiasm I wanted to hear. I'm sure you'll come up with a fantastic list. As for me, I can't wait to start taking things off my list. I have a feeling my 30s are going to be my best years yet.
So what are you going to do for your 30th birthday party?
I think I'm going to invite some of my closest friends and book a table at my favorite Italian restaurant. And then after that, we can go down the street to the karaoke bar and do some karaoke.
That's a great idea, Tom. Count me in. I'm not a good singer, but that won't stop me from having fun.
If you want to continue learning English today, click on this video here. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel if you enjoyed the video.